All right, hey everybody, welcome to the class today. We, of course, don't have any class today for Indigenous People Day, aka Columbus Day. We're doing today's class basics on some basic ground movements, something that can also help you with your warm-ups and stretching. So if you can't come to a class for a day and you're like, yeah, I really just want to get some good warm-up or good stretch or good fundamentals, that's what today is going to be all about. So we're going to do it a little bit different. Some of the stuff maybe you've seen, maybe you haven't, but we're going to just try to play with it, have some fun. Again, think of each drill at least 90 seconds, okay? At bare minimum, set a timer on your phone, set a timer on your watch, set a timer on the microwave, whatever it takes. Use your Alexa, hey Alexa, set a timer for 90 seconds. Or hey Google, set a timer for 90 seconds. Do any of those things, that's fine. But what we're going to talk about today is some fundamental movements. So I'm going to turn profile so it's really easy to see all this stuff. So the first one is just what we call rocking chair. And with rocking chair, we have a couple different stages, and I'm going to show all of these as a stage system. So rocking chair, I just rock up, and this is all it is. My goal is, just like break falling, is to not have my head hit the ground. If you want to add in your break falls when you do this, I am completely fine with that. Actually, whenever I do this, 99% of the time, I do add in my break falls just because it's already there. Stage 2, I come up into a 3-point stance. We've done this with our break fall. So you break fall, and then you come up. The secret here for rocking chairs, though, is I want you to push into that. Get a good stretch in your hip, and then you go, and then you switch out. There's the rocking chair part. I rock, my legs switch, and I come up. The only reason why I'm not break falling today is I don't want the loud mat slaps on the camera today. Okay, so that's stage 1 and 2 for that drill. Make sure you give me at least 90 seconds. I would say about 2 minutes on the rocking chair drill. Go. Okay, now that you're back, we're going to go ahead and talk about windshield wipers. Windshield wipers, again, we have 3 different levels or 3 different stages. Level 1 is both hands. And so what I'm going to do is I put both hands on the mat. I'm going to lean forward, switch out my legs, and then I walk my feet back, or I walk my butt back. Notice my knees are kind of in the same place. It's my feet that are windshield wipering, hence the name windshield wipers. Okay? And that's level 1. Level 1 is using both hands. Level 2, push off with one hand, switch out your feet, and lower on one hand. Push off, switch, and lower. That's level 2 of your windshield wipers. Level 3, no hands. Okay? If you want to hold your lapel, this is how we do it in jiu-jitsu class when we're on level 3. But that's what it is. So there you have windshield wipers. I want you to give me at least 90 seconds. Again, if you want to do a minute of with hand, a minute of one hand, a minute of no hands, that would probably be the most ideal situation so you understand each one. But definitely start with both hands just so you're in control of your body and you don't hurt yourself, hurt your knee, depending on if you have an injury. Question of the day. What is the grappling objective? Okay, grappling objective, let me know what it is. Put that in the questions of the day. Put that in the comment section for the question of the day. Let me know what you guys think grappling objective is. Okay, now we're gonna put those two together. So we rocking chair and we windshield wipe. Okay, again, I'm gonna turn profile. So at this point, I rock back, my feet switch, and then I come up, and I can go again. Come up, if you wanna go the other way, switch, rocking chair, switch, rocking chair. And that's the idea, okay? 2-minute round on that. Again, you can mix up the different types of rocking chair and different types of windshield wipers. Okay, go ahead, minimum of 2 minutes, go. We are moving on now to what we call a Grandby roll. And I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this because I want you to be comfortable when you're grappling, when you're moving around on the ground in this motion. So Grandby roll level 1. We start here in this turtle position. Everybody who is at least tested for their first rank, that yellow belt, should have turtle position. Even my little dragons, you guys should have turtle position. All right, so I'm gonna post one hand, I'm gonna post one foot. Okay, and instead of doing a kick through where my foot goes through that door, this time I move my hand and I slide it, and I like to touch my ankle or my foot. When I touch, it just forces me on my shoulder to my back. Okay, and if you want to just turn, we call this the Mario run. Get yourself back to this position. And that's your level 1 Grandby roll. Again, elbow up, knee up, opposite hand reaches, touches that shoulder, and now I just roll. And if you notice, I'm rolling at an angle. Okay, I turn away and I scramble back to that position. All right, so I want 90 seconds of level 1 Grandby roll. Go. Awesome. That's going to put us into the level 2 Grandby roll. This one's a little bit more complicated, so if you don't get it on today, it's quite okay. Don't sweat it. I just want you to see it. And so what's going to happen is I have my feet straight in front of me, and I cross my toes to keep my feet together. If you want to cross your ankles, you can. I somehow hurt my ankle, and when I cross my ankles, it puts torque on it, so I don't do that. So I just interlock my toes. Now, one hand goes in front of your body, and one hand goes behind your body. The hand behind your body is dictating the way you're going to go. So if this hand is back, I'm going that way. If this hand is back, I'm going that way. Okay? So I'm going to go this way first because I'm right hand dominant. And so I'm here. And so this hand goes to the mat, and I'm just going to fold over. If you can make your head touch your knees, you are in way better shape than I am for this move. And so you'll be like, oh, this is easy. So I'm here. And now all I do is I roll forward, and then I end up right here. And I don't know if I'm in camera, so I'm going to scoot over. But now I'm going to go back the way I came. Hand behind my back, hand in my belly. And as I rock, I move my head close to my knees. This hand's going to push and go. And if you need your legs, as you see, my feet come apart, you can do that. I'm going to turn away so you can see this. So I'm here, here. And that's the idea. And this is also considered a Grandby roll. All right. Go for it. Give me at least 2 minutes. I would say more like 3 probably. Question day number 2. What is the offensive tap rule? Okay, not defensive. Offensive tap rule, meaning I am the one doing the submission. I am on offense. We're going to talk about body control movement. And so far with the Grandby roll, might have been a little bit challenging. This is the hardest part of today. So you have 2 versions. You have belly down and back. Okay, and so what's going to happen? I'm going to turn on an angle. So I'm on my back, and what's going to happen is I'm going to control myself to go belly down. Okay, notice I didn't flop, I didn't crash, I didn't fall. And then to go back, take one arm, pull it to your belly, and again, you're in control. So I'll turn the other way. Hands are low, I come up, and then I slow my ascent to be belly down. And now I simply move my head off to one side, I'll slide my arm down, that'll help me out, and then essentially, I should be able to, and that's the last drill, okay? Give me at least a 3-minute cycle on that. Body control, belly down, and back down, okay? And again, remember when you're doing those, it shouldn't be no clunkiness. You heard that. I didn't make a lot of noise when I did it. I'm in control, hence the name, body control. and learning how to control my weight and my distribution and all of that stuff. So what you should have at this point is at least 2 types of rocking chairs, at least 3 types of windshield wipers, and again, and then you have a blend of those. So you put those together, and then you have the Grandby Roll, type 1, type 2, and then you have body control 1 and control 2. Now, when it's all said and done, we can put all of this together, and that's what your last little piece is gonna be, is to just move around, okay? If you wanna add your shrimping in, your back bridging in, your crab walking in, all of that stuff, have fun with it, okay? And finally, question number 3. What is the defensive tap rule? Meaning, I am the one that's getting tapped. I am on defense, I have to be the one to tap out. What is the defensive tap rule? Again, put that in the question, put that in the comment section below, and you guys will get class credit for today, Indigenous People Day 2024, aka Columbus Day. For my advanced training people today, I'm going to do staff. I know we don't do staff a whole lot, and so it's one of those things I thought it'd be fun to do, especially in a video, because you guys can practice this at home and you can keep going and drilling all this stuff. If you don't have a staff, you can go outside, you can find a stick, you can grab a broom handle or whatever if your parents will let you have a broom handle. Don't do it in the house where you're gonna break something. Don't break a lamp or a table or whatever. Maybe go outside or make sure you have room to work on this. But here's my staff. On average, for Japanese karate stylists and stuff like that, the staff is your height or a little bit taller. Notice my staff is a 6-foot staff or right above that, so it's a little bit taller than I am, okay? And then if you're in the Filipino system, usually the staff goes up to about your jawline. So the staff doesn't have to be taller than you. It could be a little bit shorter, but it's just not supposed to be as small as an eskrima stick or a short stick. So here's our staff, and what's gonna happen is I'm gonna just start what we call the walking stick grip. So this is just, you know, maybe you're out walking, you're hiking, and you're just using this as an aid for walking. What's gonna happen is from right here, I'm just gonna pull it into position, okay? Now I have what we call the raking grip, or the sweeping grip, kind of like you're cleaning or whatever. One hand is on top, one hand is on bottom. This is our initial grip. We refer to this as the spear because all the attacks are going to be done with the same side. So we're going to talk angles of attack first. And so the angles of attack very simply are, this stick's all broken on that side, so we're going to hold it this way. We're going to go angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to stay right there, okay? Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. You can thrust from this side or this side. I'm doing all this on my left, so it's not quite as clean as if I were to do this on my dominant side. It looks sharper over here. It looks clean. On the left side, not quite as clean, but still capable. 2, 3, 4. I pull it back. Thrust 5, thrust 6. On here, when I'm going to thrust 7, I step back and then I drop it down for 8. So it's the same angles, it never changes. Single stick, double stick, stick and dagger, staff, never changes. That makes it easier. Sword 2, profile shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I step back for 7, thrust, drop it down for 8. Turning around the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right there. If you want to treat this as a staff, so each sides are equal, you can go 1, 2, you hit with the other end, right? 3, 4, I can thrust here, 5, okay? 6, pull it back, 7, 8. Turning profile, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can step back, 7, 8. Or I can show it the way I just showed you. I'll turn this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can thrust here. 5, 6. Throw it back. 7, 8. So as long as you are making sure, if I go here, thrust here, thrust here. If you want to pull back and thrust it this way like the spear, that's cool. Or use the butt of the weapon, backhand thrust. and then drop it down on top for 8. All those are fine. So that is your angles of attack. That's the first thing. Now we're going to talk about Ikis. Okay, so you have the high X. And that's all it is. I'm treating this like a spear. And the main reason, put in the comment section below, what is the advantage of treating this like a spear versus a staff? Let me know what you guys think. Even though there's no blade on top, what's the advantage of fighting with it like this versus using it double-sided? Let me know what you guys think. All right, so there's our Ikis right there. High, low, high. I mean, high up, high X. If I was going to use staff, it's just this. Okay, high X here, all same side. High X here, both sides. Now we're going to go into Siniwalli. Okay, that is your high, low, high. Going back to spear. High, low, high. Remember, forehand, backhand low, backhand high. High, low, high. If you want to put that footwork in there, so be it. Step back on the low line because they're aiming for your knee. High, low, high. Profile shot. High, low, high. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Other direction. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Doing that staff style. High, okay? And so now you got low right there, right? So instead, just high, low, high. High, low, high. Moving my leg again. High, low, high. 1, 2, 3. Profile shot. High, low, high. 1, 2, 3. High, low, high. Cool. So give me 2 minutes on that. High, low, high. You can treat it like a staff, treat it like a spear. You can even do 2 minutes staff, 2 minutes spear, whatever you want. Moving on to the last drill of this, we have what we call the 5 count. All right, so we're taking that Ikis and that Siniwalli and we're putting them back together. Again, if I were to say anything, the framework for like staff is probably the 5 count. Again, 5 count seems to be the framework system, at least for the way I look at things. But this is just a really good drill. So it has the high X here, and then you go high, low, high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forehand, backhand, forehand, low backhand, high backhand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Profile shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. High, 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 low, high. And other side. And there you have it. Now, what if we treat it like a staff? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Profile shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. High, 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 low, high. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of the biggest mistakes I see when people work staff is they switch their grips and they're constantly trying to let go. Keep in mind, guys, once you have this locked in, you're here. You don't really switch your grips for a whole lot, okay? I'm right hand dominant, so when I'm doing this, my hand never change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Like, I don't switch my grips. That is the biggest thing I see when people are doing staff. Awesome. Well, there you have it. Work that 5 count. I would say give me a minimum of 3 minutes. If you want to work at spear, you want to work at staff. If you're going to do them individually, I'm cool with 2 minutes each, maybe 2 minutes staff, 2 minutes spear. There's a third secret option for you guys. Put in the comment section below the one I skipped. I did it intentionally. Let me know and see who knows what it is. Put that in the comment section below. And advanced kids, you'll get class credit for today. All right. So for the third part of today's training, we're gonna go ahead and jump into stick and dagger, or espada y daga as we call it in Filipino weapons. And so what I'm gonna show you guys is the angles 1 through 14, what we call basic, and then I'm also gonna work on the figure eights, and I'm also gonna finish up with the counts. So I am in my opposite lead right now. This is my left, so you guys can copy me at home. If I was doing this regular, I would be here, which if you wanted to copy me, would have to turn around. You can't see me that way, so I'm in my opposite lead. So the first thing we have is you have angle 1 and you have angle 2. What's gonna happen now? I'm gonna step forward and I'm gonna stab. Okay, and then I go back to where I was. So 1, 2, step forward, stab. Now I have 3, 4, step forward, stab. Let's repeat those 4 right there. Angle 1, angle 2, stab. 3, 4. Stab. Now something I want to point out when we're doing this, because I see this in class a lot, is everybody swinging down here for their 1s and 2s. Remember, these are upper body strikes. At the worst, we're going for like the collarbones. So make sure you're striking up here for 1 and 2, and you're going for the waistline, belt or elbow, for 3, 4. Stab. Then you have 5, that's your thrust, 5 and 6, stab. 7, 8, stab. On 8, remember it stops belly button height. Don't hit the mat. So from there, 1, 2, stab. 3, 4, stab. 5, 6, stab. 7, 8, stab. Now you have 9 and 10, which is essentially 1 and 2, but now to the low line. Okay, 9 and 10, stab. 11 and 12 go up on that low line, stab. 13 is flat across the neckline, 14 flat across the neckline, stab. So 1 through 14, 1, 2, stab. 3, 4, stab. 5, 6, stab. 7, 8, stab. 9, 10, stab. 11, 12, stab. 13 and 14, stab. So there's your angles of attack, 1 through 14 basic. Go ahead, give me a 3-minute round at least, working on all of that. Again, gonna turn profile for you guys. So now I'm facing this way. So I have 1, 2, stab. 3, 4, stab. 5, 6, stab. 7, 8, stab. 9, 10, stab. 11, 12, stab. 13, 14, stab. Okay, turn this way. 1, 2, stab. 3, 4, stab. 5, 6, stab. 7, 8, stab. 9, 10, stab. 11, 12, stab. 13, 14, stab. So there you have angles 1 through 14. Go ahead, put in the comment section below the mistake I made. Okay, there's a mistake I made. This is for my Black Belt Club members. Tell me the mistake I made and you get class credit for today, for Black Belt Club. All right, now we're gonna talk about figure eights. Okay, so figure eights. Number 1, downward figure 8. If you follow this line right here, I know I'm being kind of sloppy with the stick or the blade, but that's a figure 8, right? We can come upward, kind of like infinity symbol. So I have downward figure 8. Then as it goes underneath, I step forward, I do a stab, a hit or a slash, and then a stab. And then I reset. So downward figure 8. 1, 2, 3, stab, hit, stab. That's the downward figure 8. 1, 2, 3, stab, hit, stab. One more time. 1, 2, 3, stab, hit, stab. Profile shot, turning this way. 1, 2, 3, stab, hit, stab. 1, 2, 3, stab, hit with the blade or slash, and then stab. Other side. 1, 2, 3, stab, hit, stab. 1, 2, 3, stab, hit, stab. All right, go. 2 minutes, downward figure 8. Moving on, upward figure 8. Upward figure eight. Slash up, up, up. I find this one a little bit easier, okay? The trick here is make sure your blade is being turned. I'm not doing that. Same thing, I'm not doing that. I'm flattening, I'm turning the blade up. Slash up, slash up, slash up. Now, stab, hit, stab. Slash up, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Profile shot. Upward figure eight. 1, 2, 3. Stab, hit, stab. One more time. Turn the other way. All right, give me 2 minutes of that one. Moving on to the third one. Flat figure eight. So this time it's kind of the up, but it's definitely not as defined. So it's all on this waistline. Okay? First one was cutting down figure eight here. Second was cutting up that figure eight. And it could be at the legs, it could be at the upper body. Now we're going flat figure eight, kind of right at the waistline. And then the rest is the same. Flat here, here, here. Stab, hit, stab. One more time. Flat, flat, flat. Stab, hit, stab. Turning profile. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn profile this way. Flat, flat, flat. And I'm saying flat, but it is slightly angled because when you train with a partner, if it's completely flat, you'll miss. So I got to give it a little bit of angle so they can hit. So I'm saying flat, but it's flat figure eight, and there's a slight angle to it to allow the drill to happen. All right, you got that one. So now give me another 2-minute round on just a flat figure eight. Okay, so we're gonna put them all together. This is gonna be a 3-minute round. I'm only gonna show it a couple times, and then I want you to pause the video, of course, do all 3 minutes. But so you're gonna work 1, 2, 3. So downward figure eight, 1, 2, 3. Stab, hit, stab, upward. 1, 2, 3. Stab, hit, stab, flat. 1, 2, 3. Stab, hit, stab. I'm gonna go profile, downward. 1, 2, 3. Upward. 3. Flat. Turn the other way. Downward. Upward. And flat. Cool. There you have it. Give me a 3-minute round on just all 3 figure eights. Okay, you got 3 of them. Give me a 3-minute round. You can change angles how you see fit. Go for it. All right, to finish off today's drill or lesson, stick and dagger, we're going to do what we call the counts. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we're going to start off with the 4 count. So 4 count is simply a single slash, and then it's that stab, hit, stab. You just worked on that for the figure eights. So slash, stab, hit, stab. That's the 4 count, okay? Just a minute of that's fine. Go ahead, work a minute of that, and then we'll come back into the 5 count. Okay, 5 count. Forehand, come back with the backhand. On the backhand, I'm gonna pull it back underneath as I do the stab, and now the hit, and the stab. And this is going to be what I would say in this little drill is your framework, okay? In boxing or in JKD boxing, we have the double jab, cross hook, cross, aka a 5 count. That's our framework. For stick and dagger, this forehand, backhand, stab, hit, stab is going to be your framework, all right? So keep that in mind. So again, forehand, backhand, pull it back, stab, hit, stab. Okay, now you have the 6 count. The forehand, backhand stays. Forehand, backhand. As I stab here, as I hit here, I stab high, but then I go low. When you stab low, I want there to be a squat. So you go to the neck or to the shoulder line, and then you're gonna go down maybe to the thigh, knee, or hip. Okay, so I'll do that again. 1, 2, as I step forward, stab, hit, stab high, stab low. That is your 6 count. 7 count. Forehand, backhand. Stab, hit, stab high, go low, come back up high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more time. Forehand, backhand, stab, low, high. And then finally we have the 8 count. So now we use our Siniwalli to start it. So high, low, high, pull through, and then high, low, high. Okay? High, low, high, high, low, high. Again, as you noticed, when I'm doing the low, I'm getting a little bit of a squat, giving a little bit more of a combative stance. I'm going to turn profile and do all of these. Okay? So 4 count, slash, it goes right underneath. Stab, hit, stab. Slash, right underneath. Stab, hit, stab. With the flow, there it is. 5 count, forehand, backhand, pull it back. So forehand, backhand, you're going to tuck it underneath. Right there. 6 count. High, low. High, low. 7. High, low, high. And finally the 8 count. High, low, high. High, low, high. Turning this way. 4 count. 5 count. 6 count. 7 count. 8 count. All right, I want a 3-minute round. Knock all those out. If you were struggling, I would say do each one for a minute by itself and then run them all together for about a 3-minute round. Cool. That is the end of your Black Belt Club stick and dagger training. Put in a comment below. Like I said, I made a mistake on the counts, on the angles of attack. Put in the comment section below what that is. Otherwise, you can put a comment about what you think about this stick and dagger set, about the figure eights. There are 4 hidden figure eights I didn't show today. Maybe we'll talk about those in class, but otherwise, you have plenty to work with. Enjoy, have fun. We'll see you guys in class on the mats on Wednesday.